About to go live. Wait for a couple people to log in, see what kind of questions that you may have. Hopefully everybody's doing well today. 25, 26, 27 people logged in. You guys got any questions for me pertaining to the Las Vegas real estate market? 37, 38 people logged in. Wow. 41, 42. What's going on, gang? Hopefully everybody's doing well today. It is kind of hot today in Vegas. Got 2 thumbs up. Cool. Let's see here. What'd you guys think about that new community from American West? Rainbow Crossing. Did you guys like those videos? Some people were saying the intro was a little bit too long. Hey, what's going on, my man? Thank you, I appreciate that. Some people were saying the intro was a little bit too long, but the reason why I have those intros is because if you are actually interested in purchasing a home, you've never been out here to Vegas before, I wanted to really kind of show you the layout and the map of everything, show you guys what's going on. Let's see here. Nine thumbs up. Oh, battery's running low. What's going on here? Battery's not connecting. 4 bedrooms in Green Valley. What is this? If possible, get a real estate license. I do have a real estate license. I'm not too sure what you're talking about. Let's see here. Why is this thing not working? I really enjoy your videos. Thank you very much. I appreciate that. Got a lot of support from you subscribers, and I really do appreciate that. Nothing but a bunch of love. Posted a video on a house on the 24th at Seven Hills. I don't remember. I don't know if you're talking about that $5 million home or that $2 million home. Why is Nevada so cheap? I'm sure it's cheap compared to where you live, but you know, some people say it's expensive. It just really depends on your prerogative. Let's see here. Oh wow, I didn't realize. Okay, so there is a lot of chats going on here. Oh, cool. I'll see if I can keep up with the chats here. If you guys have any questions regarding the market, please let me know. What's up? How long have you been a real estate agent, basically? Well, I've been a real estate agent now about 9 going on 10 years. My wife, she's been an agent now for about 3 to 4 years, I think. Do you sell homes in any other state? No, I'm not licensed in any other state but besides Nevada. This is my specialty and I'm sticking with it. Dude, it's getting hot in here. I'm gonna have to turn on the AC. Okay. Is it a 1.5 price of the house in my areas, but we get 2 times more for the land? Oh, that's pretty cool. Yeah, it just really depends, you know, based upon location. Like up in the SUMMERLIN area, you're gonna be running about $200 a square foot versus like the Henderson area is about 180. What are SIDs? Okay, SIDs and LIDs actually stands for Special Improvement District, Land Improvement District. So what that is let's just say a master plan community. Let's just say 40 acres. You have a bunch of developers come in and they're gonna start to develop. But they actually have a contract with the county where the county is going to come in and build the roads, you know, the schools, the fire department, you know, the sewage line, the cable line. So what happens is they actually create these bonds, and they pass it off to you as a consumer. So just keep that in mind. However, if you have SIDs and LIDs, Should you decide to pay the remaining balance off all at one time, you may have to pay a premium. Will there be another multi-million-dollar house video? Oh yeah, there's gonna be tons of them. The reason why I do a lot of these new homes around the 700 range is what I'm starting to see is a lot of people want to shop around that price point. They don't really want to buy a $2-3 million home. The average days on the market for about a $2 million home is about almost 360 days. There's not a lot of people that have that kind of money or willing to spend that kind of money. Are there a lot of $1 million homes with the 4 bedrooms, 5 bedrooms listing with a beautiful view? Yes, but the price point that you're going to be at is not at 1.5. You're probably going to be around like 3 million and up, just depending on the location. What is the square foot in the South Las Vegas Valley? The median price point for a home right now is $300,000. You can average about 1,800 square feet, 3 bedrooms, 2.5 bathrooms, okay, 2-car garage. You're spending in about $166 a square foot. Remember that number. You always want to use that as a barometer. Love your channel and the way you make your videos. Thank you very much. It seems that every YouTuber out there has their own style of video, and I thought mine was just regular, but if you like it, cool. I do appreciate that. I try to create my own style. I wouldn't spend no more than 1.6 for a home. That's just me. Hey, totally understandable. You know, people always ask, hey Chuck, I want to see your home. Like, I don't have a lavish lifestyle. I don't have that big home. I have a conservative home. But if you take a look at my portfolio, I'm more into apartment buildings, and that's the only reason why I actually got into this business, is for long-term passive income and financial freedom and wealth. What do you think about Century Homes builder? Matter of fact, I think we are closing on a Century Homes this week or next week. I don't remember, but Century Homes, I actually do like the builder as far as the value and what you get for the product. I think it's excellent, but also depends on the location. And one of the questions I get asked all the time, who is actually the best builder out here? There's really no best builder. It's, you got to see what you get, what's included in the price. Then when the dust settles, what you're actually paying price per square foot. So all the prices listed for the houses you're reviewing is the base price. Yes, everything is the base price. The reason why I never give you the price of the home, because the price of the home will always change. And also these homes, the models, they're fully upgraded. Nobody spends that kind of money to upgrade that home to the way it looks. And the reason why is because the home will never appraise. Okay. Do you speak... Oh, excuse me, guys. Do you speak Spanish? No, I don't speak Spanish. I do apologize. However, I do have staff and my buyer's agent. They do speak Spanish, and if you guys need somebody that speaks Spanish, we can definitely point you in the right direction. I always wanted to know what driving Las Vegas market, the jobs. Okay, so what is actually driving the Las Vegas market? That's actually a very good question. Today we actually had a buyer consultation, and these are the kind of things that we go over with the buyer consultation. But to give you an example, right now the reason why Las Vegas is thriving is because if you take a look at all the homes throughout the United States, the city of Las Vegas is the leading state right now, and the reason why is because the cost of the homes. Okay, it's at $300,000, and like I said, for $300,000 you get about 1,800 square feet, 3 bedrooms, 2.5 bathrooms, 2-car garage. Right now, if we take a look, our primary sector is casino and hospitality. Right. So if we take a look, we have over 42 million people visiting Las Vegas every single year. Okay. The average person spends roughly about $339 a night visiting here, okay? Now, we generate over $10 billion in gaming revenue alone, okay? Now, you have to understand that, number one, we don't pay the state income tax. If you take a look, a lot of people from the East Coast are actually moving out here because of the taxes, and also they're done shoveling snow. Also, people out in California, they're done paying high taxes too as well. They're moving on out here, okay? Also, the other compensating factor is the weather, the climate. Okay. Also, tax incentives as far as corporations and companies moving on out here. So those are the leading indicators of what's going on. But you always have to take a look at tourism. When tourism starts to slag, then you know we actually have a problem in the market. Now, I can't keep up with all these questions here, so if I skip your question, I do apologize. How much is the big modern home that for the entertainment that you've shown? That one actually sold for about $5 million. You still can actually build one, okay? Can you buy a lot and build your own property in a community, or do you have to follow the set plans? Yes. So here's the thing. You can actually buy a piece of dirt out here. Some locations is like Lone Mountain. That's just one prime example where it's just more of a rural land. You buy your own parcel. Then obviously you have to get permits with the county based upon what you want to build. However, if you're buying in a master plan community, whatever builder you're buying from, you may only have 4 or 5 different models to choose from, but you can only build those homes. You can't just build your own custom home. However, you'll be able to pick your own elevation, your own color scheme, your own lot, also the interior design. As far as options and structures, you'll be able to change that, but you are definitely limited too. Chakits, love your video, love your style, very informative. Thank you so much. I really do appreciate it. Much love. Seems like we have a lot of people logging in, and I really do appreciate that. I rent a single family home, currently 6, all rented. Oh, that's cool. What is the best way to earn passive income in Las Vegas regarding rental type of properties and apartment buildings? Now, that's actually a very good question. When I deal with beginners or people are just getting into the market as far as investing, one of the things I ask them, are you looking to create a real estate portfolio? Okay, and what I mean by that is, are you looking to build multiple investment properties within your portfolio? Are you trying to do this, you know, where you're going to quit your job and focus on this heavily? Okay. The other question I'll ask is, are you just looking to get into 1 or 2 properties? Okay. Are you a buy and hold investor? So what the difference is a buy and hold investor is more of a speculator, where they're buying today based upon the appreciation. They're going to sell within a couple years to actually make some money. Okay. Now, passive investors, what they would do that are actually building a portfolio, they'll buy based upon ROI, which is return on investment. So it's how much money you're putting into the deal and how fast that money is coming back to you, so you can take all that money and deploy it back into the marketplace. So now when I was purchasing homes at that time, I was making about a 16% return all the way up to 24%. Nowadays, what I'm seeing in the market, you're only getting about 3 to 5% return. However, the market for the rentals, the homes are just too high. It's just not even worth it, okay? But this is what I've done for some past clients. I have a client right now. He started off young. He's 21. He's an IT guy. What we did was actually utilize the FHA program, 3.5% down. We had the seller to actually pay for the closing costs. Also, he was approved for some other down payment. We actually bought a 4-plex, right? So we started off with a 4-plex because on an FHA, Federal Housing Administration, okay, allows us to buy a single-family residence. What is a single-family residence? It is considered a detached single-family, duplex, triplex, and a 4-plex. So what we did was utilize the FHA. He moved into one, and he was actually renting out every other property, okay? So he stayed in there about a year or so. Then what happened was he moved out. He moved to a different state, and he rented out all 4 units. Now he's making about a 14% return at this time. And what happened is we're buying more and more properties. So with traditional financing, you can actually get up to 10 loans. After 10 loans, now you're going into commercial, okay? So what we're doing is we're constantly buying more and more 4-plexes. But it gets a little bit more complex when you start buying more and more of these type of properties. But the whole end goal here is to utilize his conventional loan, and we're going to get up to 40 units by taking advantage of the situation. However, it gets more deep into that, But if you guys are actually thinking about getting into the investment game, and this is a topic that you guys want me to talk about, I love real estate investing. This is the only reason why I became actually a realtor, to take the money that I make here and deploy it out and buy apartment buildings. But I can explain that in a whole nother video. There's so many other questions that are coming in, so I gotta answer those other questions. Love your videos. Thank you so much. I do appreciate that. Why do American West put their laundry on the first floor? That's actually a good question. Maybe it's just that type of design. There's nothing wrong with that. However, if you looked in those videos, some of the bedrooms are actually downstairs. Especially if you have the master bedroom downstairs, you don't want to walk upstairs to wash your clothes. Let the kids bring their clothes downstairs. That's the way I look at it. But if you have the master bedroom upstairs, I definitely prefer to have the master bedroom upstairs. Love your videos. It's like hanging out. I appreciate that. You're welcome. I know you mentioned Lone Mountain, okay, as one of the places to buy some land. Are there also lots to buy in the Southwest? Now, there are lots to buy in the Southwest Valley that you can actually build a custom home. However, those lots are kind of far in between now. What you'll see is American West. They actually own a lot of land out there, and a lot of development is actually taking place, that's for sure. Oh, shout out to Esperanza and Matt. They just closed on their home. Looks like they're picking up the keys. I just got notifications. So they are also YouTube subscribers. So congratulations on the purchase. Not only that, I got to get a hold of you guys too as well, because I have a gift for you guys to show my appreciation. Above the Southern Highland region. Yeah, going back to the land, you can definitely buy some land out there, but everything is starting to get landlocked out there. I've seen people where they had homes out there where they bought a piece of dirt and the home's like 20 years old, and now you got developers just building all around it. The problem is when you start doing that, man, the comps are kind of wonky when you decide to sell. Love your channels. Can you rent homes there? Oh yeah, of course you can rent homes there, but you won't be able to rent the model homes though. Instead of buying. Oh yeah, of course you can rent instead of buying. I think it's 37% now are actually renters right now. It's still worth it to buy a home. Market has gone up about almost 12% now since the beginning of the year. There is a lag a little bit as far as the market slowing down, just due to the fact that, you know, we are coming into the fourth quarter. Fourth quarter in the real estate industry is a little bit slow, but however, things are still moving along. How come resales appreciate faster more than a brand new homes within the 2 years? That's actually a very good question. Okay. And this is what I always tell my clients when you're looking at a resale in a new home. Okay. On a new home, the base price is almost like the fair market value at that time. That's what it's going to appraise at. But what happens is that when you go in, you start doing all the upgrades, now you're paying more than what the property's actually worth. A consumer today will spend about 20% more than what the property's worth versus a resale. The resale will only sell, right, to the majority of the buyers that are doing the financing based upon what it's going to appraise for. So should you buy a home today on a resale and it only appraised $500,000, right? Should you decide to sell it tomorrow? We could put it back on the market for $500,000. On a resale, if you bought one for on a brand new home, if you bought one for $500,000, you did all these upgrades and you decide to sell it, I can only sell it for what it's going to price for, only the $500,000. Remember, because you spent all this money to do all those upgrades. Hey Chakits, I actually caught you on one of your streams. Oh, cool. You know what, Steve, I just wanted to say, Steve is actually one of the subscribers that have been following my channel, and I've been seeing all your comments, and I really do appreciate that. So shout outs to you. Question, do you, as the builders that shows you the options to put in the basement? You know what, talking about that, man, with the basements and stuff like that, there's really not that many builders out here that actually will build a home with a basement. There's a couple things. When it comes to home building, the style of the home and the materials that they use for the home, it's really based upon the climate, and that's how homes are actually built. Reason why they don't do a basement out here is number one, it's not cost effective. You know, the ground, it's hard rock, it's stone, so it would cost a lot of money just to dig up rock, basically. Okay. Also, the other thing is that there are some homes that actually do have a basement, which is, I think it's kind of cool. But I see that on American West, and I always see that on the southwest side, Southern Highlands, but a lot of builders are not doing that anymore. Hope you're well. I'm doing really well. I do appreciate it. Guess everyone is doing Christmas spending now. I guess so. I don't know. Did you guys actually go out and do the Black Friday thing? I went out to the mall by my house, and we were going to go to the Nike outlet, me and my wife, and man, this Nike store, the line was like so long, it was ridiculous. Do you see a 30-year mortgage fix go to a 6%? That's actually a good question. Fed funds meeting right now will be held in December. I don't know if they're going to raise it. I think they're going to probably, you know, leave it where it's at right now, because Freddie and Fannie is at 5%, and I'm seeing, you know, interest rates at like 5.5%. I see one at 5.7%. The problem is that the higher that you raise the interest rates, there's a couple compensating factors that's going to happen to your situation. If you were actually looking at a home at $400,000 and it just gone up, what's going to happen is you're going to lose your purchasing power. Okay, you're going to be qualified for less. Most important, can you get good mix plates in Las Vegas? Oh yeah, of course you can. It's not as good as in Hawaii though. Come on, we all know that. Hey Chakits, I was told not to buy a house straight out in what I want in a 30-year mortgage, even though that I can't afford to pay for it cash. I can't afford to pay for it cash. What's your opinion? So that's actually another good question. I get that question asked all the time. Should I buy a home cash or should I finance? Well, it just really depends how much money you have. If you have $1 million, you're buying a $300,000 home, then it actually probably makes sense to pay cash. However, if you're buying a $300,000 home and you're only strapped at $300,000, that's all you have, you may probably be better off financing. Okay, and here's the reason why. Because if you put down 20%, right, that's $60,000. Now you're left in the bank with $240,000. Okay. Also, especially in today's market, should the market tank, you're only losing $60,000 versus having $300,000 in the bank. So it just comes down to if you really want a mortgage payment, and also depends on your current situation, where you are at this time. Buying a home is really based upon your situation. So, you know, never base it upon what somebody else tells you. So the best thing to do is look at your situation, figure out where you're going to buy, what the market holds at that time, then make your decision. Because like right now, people say, hey, the market's going to crash, the market's going to crash. Well, that's fine. Like, I have a home. I don't care if the market crashes. I have a payment that's $930 a month. I ain't going nowhere because I know I'm going to live in that property for the next 15 to 20 years. So I'm okay with that. However, if I knew I was going to move in the next 1 or 2 years, I ain't buying. It doesn't make any sense. So remember, it's going to be case-by-case basis. Keep up the good work. What advice would you give to new home buyers who want to relocate to Henderson? So the first thing that you're going to do is, number one, is figure out how much you're going to be approved for. Based upon how much you're approved for, if you're doing financing, right, what your monthly payments are going to be. Are you comfortable at that monthly payment? Then the next step would be to take a look at the properties all over the whole Las Vegas Valley. I'm talking about the city of Henderson, North Las Vegas, unincorporated Las Vegas, the city of Las Vegas, okay? Set up your search that way. You want to see how many bedrooms, bathrooms, right? The square footage that you want, the year built. Then now you're going to take a look at all the homes throughout the Las Vegas Valley, okay? Now the next step is you're going to come out here. You're going to drive all these master plan communities, okay? Because you're going to get a feel which area you like better, okay? Now, the reason why we do that is, number one, is we want to figure out which area you like. And what you'll tend to see is certain zip codes, certain master plan communities may have a higher premium as far as price per square foot. That's why when you buy a home, don't buy based upon price. I mean, obviously you have a price that caps you. You really want to buy based upon price per square foot, okay? So we know in today's market, price per square foot is an average of about $166 a square foot. However, let's say you set up your search 1,500 square feet and above, you go to SUMMERLIN, now you're paying $200 a square foot, but you got this small little cookie cutter home, but you go out to the northwest and you realize, hey, you know what, this is only $166 a square foot. Now you can kind of weigh your pros and cons. I can get a better home or more upgrades, more options at $166, and a bigger home that's 1,500 square feet, or buy a home in SUMMERLIN. Now you can kind of weigh your pros and cons. The reason why I send you all the properties throughout the whole Las Vegas Valley is so that way you can see what the price per square foot based upon the location. Because when you're in the beginning stages of buying, you have to do your full research. Because the last thing I don't want you to do is somebody's talking in your ear and say, hey, this is the best location. You end up buying there, you settle in, you get the lay of the land, and then you realize, son of a bitch, I could have bought somewhere else at this location, and this is a better location with a better price. So at the end of the day, what I like to do is provide all the information to my clients so that way they can actually make their own educated decision. Okay. The market will never crash. That's like saying, I didn't say the market would never crash. That's like saying the stock market. I never said the stock, I never said that. Come on now. I'm saying that we don't know when the market is going to crash. And if it does, based upon my situation, it doesn't make a difference because I ain't moving. I'm happy with the payments that I have. But yes, will the market crash? Yes, the market will crash. The problem is I don't have a crystal ball. And if I did have a crystal ball, I would not be selling real estate. I'll probably be sitting Cancun with a martini or something. I don't know. Chuck, okay, I want to buy 4 rentals cash. I have between 400 to 700,000 brand new. How would I price out the rentals? Okay, so if you're coming out here and your ROI, let's just say if you're looking for 6%, okay? So if you're gonna pay cash, okay, a couple things that you have to take a look at. What you're gonna do is actually run the comps within that neighborhood to see what you're going, what you're buying. So if you're buying a 3-bedroom and it's $1,500 a month, but you are, let's just say, you bought it for $100,000, but it's $1,500 a month. So your return on that's about, let's say, 16%, right? But the problem is that you still got property management fees, all that you have to calculate. So just keep that in mind. But I guess your question, you were really asking, how do you, I'm not understanding your question. All I can tell you right now at the price point that you're buying at the 400 to the 700 brand new, the problem is that you're not going to be able to rent nothing out. You're going to take a loss. Today's market, it's just hard to make any type of cash flow unless you're speculating. Some people will actually take a loss every month and pay the extra 200 bucks, but you know, they're banking on speculation. But you know, I'm not that type of investor that does the buy and hold. The equity part is just the gravy on the top when you sell it. For me, it's just the cash flow every single month on what I'm going to make. Is it possible to set up an account to pay the HOA without having to write a check every single month? Yeah, a couple things you can do. A lot of these companies are online. I just pay online. And if you want to pay for the full year, you just pay for the full year online. You don't have to cut a check every single month. When buying a new home, is it common to have the kitchen appliances, washer, and dryer included in my deal? Can I negotiate with the builders? Some builders will actually include the washer and the dryer. However, they will also sell you a washer and dryer. But let's say if a builder has a washer and dryer that's not included but will sell it to you, you don't want to negotiate it, because when you go through your option list, they're going to charge you an arm and a leg. I would rather just buy it once you close from a third party, you know, like Lowe's, Target, whatever's, or Home Depot. How do you determine what the taxes that you pay on the property if your mortgage is $800? It has nothing to do with the $800. What it has to do is the price of your home, okay? So the question is, how do you determine what your property taxes are for 800 bucks? Again, it's not on your mortgage. It's actually on a brand new home. It's about 1% of the sales price divided by 12. So that's what you'll be paying every single month. Now, on a resale, it's going to be a little bit cheaper than a brand new home. Now, keep in mind, the taxes will get adjusted every single year. On a primary residence, the cap is at 3%. That's the most that the city can actually charge you. Now, on an investment property, excuse me, it's about 6%. I think it's 6 or 9, but I'll have to double check on that. Now, last year, you know, in my district, it only got up 2.7%. Doesn't mean it's going to actually go up to 3%. What is the average cost of an empty lot? So, right now, if you actually bought some vacant land, you're looking at almost about 200 to 300,000 per acre at this time, if you were just going to buy a lot. Now, if you're buying a lot within one of these tract homes, some of them could be free. I've seen some that 15 grand, 10 grand. I was out at Granite Heights. We're about to get into a contract on a home, and the lot that we were going to look at was $1 million just for the lot. That was crazy. Have you bought yourself some Bitcoin? No, I didn't buy myself Bitcoin. I should have when I had the chance. Can I go to a builder like Blue Heron, for example, and pay them to design a home for me that is not ready in their existing collection? Yeah, of course. So this is how it works with new homes. You go to their model homes, you take a look at it. If you like it, then the first thing you're going to do is find out what the base price is, right? Then you'll find out what lots are available. So now you have the base price, now you have the lot price. Now you have to take a look at the elevation. Elevation is the front scheme of the home, because within the HOA or master plan community, you're actually limited to what type of elevation you can have. The next step is you're going to go through the option list. The structural list. The structural list will allow you to go through the design of the configuration of the home, but you'll be limited to what options that you can actually do. Then from there, you go to the design studio. You get all your options that you want. The type of flooring, you'll do your low voltage, your high voltage, okay? If you want to add a pool, whatever you want to do. So you take that cost, total it all up, and that's your total cost. Now, remember how I told you guys price per square foot? The average right now is about $166 a square foot. Now, once you get your total price, you take that total price, divided by the square footage, now we'll give you the price. Now you can see, is this actually home worth what you're paying for? And that kind of really gives you a barometer. Congratulations, you have recorded it. Oh, yeah. All right. So I'm going to have to call a client here. What is your favorite style of home? That's actually a very good question. Me, I like more the contemporary open floor plan. I do like the mid-century modern elevations. However, I would not purchase a home like that. And here's the reason why. Las Vegas is such a trendy city. People are constantly coming and going. Styles out here changes on a consistent basis. Imagine if you had a mid-century home 5 years from now, that style is no longer available. That's why I would rather just stick with the true contemporary with the open floor plan. Because on a resale, if I need to sell the home, I will be able to sell it a lot faster. Love your videos and your honesty. Oh, I do appreciate that. I mean, that's all I can do. I can just tell you how it is, what my thoughts are, what my feedbacks are, and that's all I do. For example, Toll Brothers style. I mean, I like the Toll Brothers style, but again, it really depends. You know, Toll Brothers, you know, they will make homes that have mid-century like Ironwood and Granite Heights, but the problem is, what happens if that's no longer in style? Then you're going to run into some trouble. What are the what's your top 3 favorite builders? I don't really have top 3 favorite builders. What I look at is what am I getting for the money? I just did a deal with KB Homes, and this is more of their luxury side, and they got some nice homes, and I love the style and what you're actually paying for. I think it's worth it. Do they even wire the land line? Oh yeah, okay. So when they actually do build a home, they'll run a couple things. They'll run everything all underground, cable, the phone lines, but I don't know who uses the phone line anymore. Like every time I see that, I'm like, what the hell? But yeah, they'll run the phone lines, the cable lines, they'll run everything. And that's what we call actually easements. So when you buy a home, these easements will actually be attached to your property and will run with the land. Even with the HOAs will also be conveyed with the CC&Rs. So if you do not pay the HOA, they can actually foreclose on you and have first lien position. Do you play poker? No, Kevin, I don't play poker. I played a couple times, and I mean, it's fun, but I never got serious into it. Don't really have the time. What's up, my brother? What's going on, my man? No, I don't play video games. I don't have time to play video games. Things I'm actually into. I mean, I played video games before, but the things that I'm actually into is actually real estate. That's actually my passion. And like I said, you know, I got into this business to really build passive income. And, you know, I found something that I'm really good at, where some days it feels like work, sometimes it doesn't feel like work. I mean, this is all I do every single day. This is my life. You know, my wife's in the business too, so I just have a passion for it. You know, not everybody is lucky that they can find, you know, line of work that they really enjoy, and this is something that I really love to do. And, you know, people are like, is it about the money? No, it's not about the money. You know, when I first started, I was that car sales guy, you know, drive the nice car, the suit and tie. But, you know, I realized that's not me. What I realized is, as long as you know what you're doing and you're confident in what you're doing and people entrust in you, and that's what I like. Trust. And I like to educate people, and I like to help people through the process. And that's my thing. I like it when somebody actually has faith in me and trusts me to help them. Love your videos. I'm a big fan. Thank you so much. I do appreciate that. Blessings. Can you act as a realtor on behalf of someone who wants to buy a home in California? I could, but however, I'm not licensed in California, and that's not my field of expertise. Only Las Vegas, Nevada. This is my stomping ground, so I definitely would like to help you out. But, you know, when it comes to real estate, the fundamentals are the same. But however, in that marketplace, the customary practices may be completely different, okay? Okay, so while I was training for work, I showed you a Rocco model. All the staff and managers, they love it. You know what? I actually sell a lot of Richmont homes. Dude, they actually built some nice homes. The two models I like the best is, number one is the Rocco. The Rocco is banging. Also the Roberts model. But if I had to pick one, I'm thinking I may be leaning towards the Rocco model. That is a badass model. But I've noticed up in Southern Highlands, it's about almost $150,000 less than Summerlin. Obviously, Summerlin's going to be a little bit more. Thinking of moving, but what do you say about the shortage of water? That's another question I get asked all this time. The shortage of water. About a year ago, I think, and if you actually look at my past videos, we actually have a radio show called The Market Snapshot, okay? And one of our guest speakers, okay, we had one of the spokes guys for the water district. And this is a topic that came up, and the guy looked at me and he goes, hey, Chuck, don't worry about the water, because your kids' will be all right. So I don't think that's something that you're going to have to worry about. You are awesome. Love your videos. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. I'm looking for a 5-bedroom, 4.5 bathrooms. Do you think you can help find some? Of course I can. That's my job. That's what I do. All you got to do is just give me a call. Not in this description, but on the other videos, you'll have my full contact information. So call me anytime. I definitely like the opportunity. Okay, we're getting a little freeze here. Arsenio, what's going on, my man? So, Arsenio, he's about to be moving up here to Las Vegas, hopefully shortly, from Hawaii. And we're definitely going to help him out, but give you a shout out to you, Arsenio. Now, as far as safe place, so he's asking, neighborhoods are in a safe place. So, I get this question asked all the time. Which area is actually a safe place? Come on. As a realtor, okay, we can't say this is a safe place or this is a safe place or this is a better place, because that's what you actually call steering, okay? So the best thing for you to do is when you come out here, you have to look at the areas yourself. You have to get that sense of feel, okay? That's the best way to do it, because what happens if I say this is a safe area and you realize, hey, this is not a safe area, or my safe area could be different from your safe area. So the best thing for you guys to do is actually come out here, strap up to the boots, and let's take a look at all the homes throughout the whole Las Vegas Valley. So that way you guys can make that decision, okay? Does the summer heat get unbearable? Oh my God, I hate it. It's so hot out here. Dude, 110 degrees. I hate it. I can't stand it. 110. But when it's like 110, you're not really hanging outside. I'm mostly in the AC anyway. I'm more, I enjoy the cold. It's just a lot better because you can gear up and get a little bit warmer. Could you show more houses in the ridges? Yes, I definitely can. And I will. We love American West Homes. Do you know if they're going to build any homes in Lake Las Vegas? That's a good question. I think the answer on that one is actually no. I gotta look at their the county floor plan, or the site map actually. I know that they're building another community up there right now, and I think it's Pardee or Lennar. I don't remember. I'm from Houston. Really wish you lived here. Oh, thanks, man. I appreciate that. Well, you can always move out here. Definitely help you out. What's your ideal home? How many bedrooms? Now, if you're gonna buy a home, okay, you at least want to have a 3-bedroom, 2.5 bathrooms, 2-car garage. That's for a 2-story, single story, 3 bedrooms, 2 full baths, 2-car garage. The reason why I say this is because on a resale value, you're gonna have more of a demographics on a 3-bedroom versus a 2-bedroom. So that's where you want to start standard. Yes, Arsenio, we will definitely chat soon. Hopefully, you got a bunch of offers on your house. I know the Hawaii market is hot right now. Matter of fact, you better hurry up because I'm about to go to Hawaii pretty soon. I might meet you out there. I really enjoy your videos. Oh, I do appreciate it. During the closing process in Nevada, do you need a lawyer? That's actually a very good question. I know on the East Coast, yeah, you definitely need an attorney. Out here, we don't use an attorney. Basically, what we use is actually a third-party company, which is a title company. They're in place for a few things. They're just the middleman. We just tell them what to do. They follow instructions. Ensure the title of your home. They pull all the prelims, but it's going to be our responsibility. We want to look at the prelims, if there's any scissor lids, construction defects, anything that's attached to the land. Also, you want to see if there's any liens against the property as well, because all that's going to have to be paid. No, I'm actually a real estate agent out here in Las Vegas, Nevada. Do you have a girlfriend? I'm actually been married for about, I think 15 years now. Is the real estate market in the bubble? I think the real estate market is actually overinflated. That's just my. I think home prices have gone pretty damn high, where it's like 6 times the income of the household income here in the state of Nevada, which is $51,000. I think it's just getting way too. our country should add more residential. I wonder where you're from. I love it when you show the ultra $1 million home. Should the home price drop back down? Okay, let me see here. Should the home price a bit guys, I gotta get going now. Okay, I'll take one more question. What's up, Chuck? In the military and plans on moving 48 years. And this market is so trendy where things change on a consistent basis. But this year was actually wrong. I did forecast 15 to 23% or something, or but guys, I gotta go.